Whatever next. Baby names that I loved that we didn't use. Let's get into it. First of all, for whatever reason, I was convinced that Lucas was a girl. I never imagined myself being a boy mom. I always thought I was going to have 3 little girls, but I have 1 little boy, and I wouldn't change it for the world. Now I can't imagine being a girl mom. Anyway, a story for another time. So let's get into names. The first name that I loved, that Paul loved as well, was Macy Claire. Like a little double barrel name. MACI dash Claire. But obviously we didn't use that because Lucas was a what? Boy. But we loved that. However, once I moved to the UK, I was like, oh, because we decided these when we were still in Alabama. There were so many Macy's that were little girls. It was a huge name back in sort of circa 2014. Anyway, moving on. Second girl name that I absolutely love, that was actually my grandmother's middle name was Lena, Lena. And then my other grandma's middle name, May, Mae. So we were going to do Lena May. Not a double barrel, just middle, first and middle, Lena May. Loved that as well. Now, soon after that, we discovered that we were having a boy, and Paul and I went back and forth. There were so many names that I loved that he was not having. Again, you have to remember we're still in the States when we're talking about these. I loved Asa. ASA. He did not. He said when we moved to the UK, people are going to call him Asa. Now, having moved over here, there are lots of kids named Asa. Not a lot, but quite a few. Are people spelling it AC? Well, there's the name Acer. A-C-E-R, but because you guys over here don't pronounce the R, that would be pronounced Asa, even though it's A-C-E-R. Yeah, so is Asa a common name here for kids? I don't personally know any, but I absolutely loved Asa, but he was not having it. A name that Paul loved that I didn't was Kieran. Now I love it. Now I love the name Kieran. But at the time, when we were in the States, I hadn't heard it, and I said, no, people are going to think he's called Karen. But now I absolutely love the name Kieran. Another one that I absolutely loved was Judah. I love the name Judah. And Paul said it sounds too biblical. This is coming from a man named Paul. I also absolutely love the name Micah. M-I-C-A-H. He wasn't a fan of that either. He chose Lucas. I mean, we chose it together-ish. He brought up Lucas, and I really liked it. I liked Luca as well. He wasn't so keen on that. He has a brother called Luke, and he liked Lucas. And then we went with Patrick because my husband is so freaking Irish, right? So he chose that for sure. But I love his name. He is a Lucas. He looks like a Lucas. But yeah. I loved all those. It took a long time to agree on one that we both liked. But yeah, if it was up to me, Lucas would have been called Asa. But I'm glad he's not, because he's not an Asa.